What's up, family? Y'all get two from me today. Y'all definitely get two. And you get two because I guess folks decided that they needed to, like, it's always interesting that people, you know, um, think that you can come for a juggernaut and you can't. You're fighting outside of your weight class. You know, I don't understand how the Black community is surprised that we have Black male predators in the community. We've been having Black male predators in the community. How do you think Black women are coming up missing? How do you think Black girls come up missing unless they're being abused and sexually assaulted in their own community? The sad part is that for most of the women in our community and even men in our community who have been sexually assaulted or molested by other men can never come forward. And you know why they can't come forward? Number one, because people in our community pick and choose. So first of all, I just got out of therapy. Tuesdays are my therapy days. So I'm actually just now catching up as to whatever is going on, people tagging me in things. One thing that I find that is very interesting for the city of Chattanooga is on one hand, you get all these jokes from people in the community. But as I continue to say, as soon as something happens in the community, what happens? You guys never tag these popular people. And you know why you can't tag? You can't tag young Meady. You can't tag the baddies of Chattanooga. You can't tag these people because they don't know anything to help anybody in the community. What would these people know about justice? What would they know about therapy? What would these folks know about actual real work that it takes to change your life? What would they be able to teach you in terms of coming to one with your past, making peace with your past, dealing with triggers? What can these folks, they can show racks of money for you. Oh yeah, they love doing that. They can do money spreads. They can do money phones. They can do all of this superficial things. But when it's really time to step out here in the community, when things really need to get done, when people really need help, young Meady is not going to be, it's funny you call me the president of Chattanooga. Chattanooga can only have a mayor, but thank you, I guess. It's funny that you would call me something like that. But the reality is that, sir, you can't get on television and articulate a call to action for the community about missing girls, about abused women. And the only reason people did not choose to hold you accountable, sir, is because of your popularity status. There's not a difference between sexually assaulting a woman and sexually assaulting a child because both of their autonomies is robbed. There's not a difference between abusing a grown woman or abusing a child, except that both of their bodies are being harmed. The only difference between a child and an adult is a child does not have the authority to be able to make decisions on their own. But even a woman or a person who's growing up in an abusive environment, especially if that's one that they've been born in, it can be extremely difficult and dangerous to even make decisions and get support to be able to get out. I think the rather sad part of the Black community is how we trivialize predator behavior. This man that is alleged to have sexually assaulted or raped, I still haven't gotten the full context because it's so many comments and I haven't had time to read them. Hey, sir, if you call me out of my corner, you called me, so I'm coming. There's not a difference in the man who starts at the beginning of the scale and the person who's at the end of the scale. Both men are predators. It's just a different level of commitment between what they're willing to do to women and to children. What we try to do is to make, and this is what families do, this is what communities do, this is what friends do. People make excuses for folks based on your relationship with people. People make excuses. Well, I've been knowing that man up. You have no idea what he's doing. And even when people are coming forward, you don't want to listen. You see, the problem that I addressed with you, Meady, was the fact that you put it out there in the open. If you still are struggling, because it seems that you're still stinging from my accountability, otherwise you wouldn't have mentioned my name. The thing that I said is that, sir, obviously whatever you have experienced in your life has allowed you to put this out there on Front Street to the point to where you think predator behavior is jokes. And the people around you, because they're emotionally incompetent, or some of them have been steeped or reared in abusive backgrounds or backgrounds where there's not emotional stability in your household. You guys think that things like that are catty and things that are funny. And it's all funny until children get hurt, women get hurt, people are abused, folks coming up missing. And look at what's going on in the Black community right now and tell me what's there to laugh about. Children are missing, women are missing, and now we're seeing more men who are coming out, who are being exposed as predators in our community. If that's not sad that Black women in Chattanooga are not safe out here, family, I don't know what is more sad. The fact that y'all think it's funny that Black women are not safe, or the fact that I don't think most people understand Black women are not safe in our community. I think that's where I'm really struggling is Black people are so lost in our community. We don't even understand the current state of how dangerous it is to move about as a Black woman. Because you got men online talking about drugging you. You got men online talking about sexually assaulting you. And then if you entrust men with your child, they'll sexually assault them. We had a mother who got on a couple of months ago talking about men who are approaching girls who are underage. Black women and Black girls are under attack in our own community at the hands of our Black men. And everybody seems to think that it's funny. And when I start being Marie Mont, which is all I said, Meady, I don't know if you know me, or if you watch me. I certainly didn't go in on you. I just said, I don't think it's okay that people saw it. And then when you acted like it was small, and I came back as I always do with those receipts, and I posted up the receipts, then you wanted to be my vice president going on an apology tour. Hello, somebody. Now, Meady, if you want to call me out my corner, especially after a therapy, when I had a good session with my therapist, because I'm calm and collected, family, you called me out my corner. As soon as I posted that, everybody said, oh, Marie, you're being unfair. This is Meady's first time. Oh, Meady would never, blah, blah. And when I posted that screenshot that he made those jokes before, then he wanted to be President Joe Biden and go on an apology tour. Now, which one is the truth? Which one was the truth? Was it the truth that I stated? Was that, hey, this is an issue, and no, this ain't our first rodeo? Now, that's the context that you're leaving out, Mr. Meady, is that some of my friends who are mutual friends with you tried to talk to you behind closed doors. I'm not going to say names. And you doubled down on what they were trying to get you to see that is actually healthy, which is, sir, these are not jokes. And if you listen to women in the community, no healthy woman around you would certainly green light or rubber or stamp any jokes about any women in the community being drugged, even if that's her worst enemy. No stable woman would want that to happen. Now, I do remember the apology tour. I do remember that. I remember it clearly. I remember backtracking. I remember people backpedaling. That's what my memory is not short. I remember people backpedaling. I remember statements being redacted. That's what I remember. But my accountability was firm as much as it was fair. This man who's working in the public, if he's coming up with those charges, of course, you guys should definitely call. If he's working at the aquarium has children who are coming in there every single day. Everybody tomorrow needs to certainly wake up and call the aquarium, and it's up to them, because Tennessee is pretty much they can fire at will based on their own preference. But this is where we come together as a community and say, we don't want predators in the same vicinity as our children. And if you guys are going to allow people like that to work in the atmosphere, that's where you withhold dollars. See, this is called strategy. You mentioned my name, so I'm just putting it out there. But what I'm telling you is that, first of all, baby, I love my hair. My hair is nappy like yours. You got locks, sir. Your hair ain't the most... have you seen your locks? We both got nappy hair. Yours just matted together in strands. It's called locks. I'm on live because we have predators on a sliding scale in the community. We have those who like to joke about hurting women and people who actually act on those things. And because I'm a healthy and working on being a healthy woman emotionally, I don't make no differences. Because I know that if you'll joke about it, you'll take advantage of a woman. You feel safe enough to discuss it in public. Period. I don't know what I need to look. He's already been arrested. So it's not like we have to get him arrested. He's already been arrested. The only other measure that needs to take place is we just need to follow up in the morning and call the aquarium so that they are aware, his employer is aware, that he's been picked up on such charges. So he's already been arrested. He's got charges. I saw that in the screenshot. What else do we need to tag the Chattanooga Police Department for? It's now a matter of the court to be able to prove that. But in the meantime, even though he is presumed to be innocent, that doesn't mean he should be in the same vicinity as children. So two things can be true at the same time. He is presumed to be innocent, but we as the community might not want him to work around our children, and that's what we need to be pressuring for. If he was picked up, family, you got to learn how the court system works, okay? You can't just call the police department because you heard something. There has to be some evidence. The only evidence that can come forward will have to be from the immediate family. So I don't know who in the community is going to speak on that if you don't have any proof. I don't know him. I don't know any of the family. I don't have any proof that he's alleged to have raped somebody. I did see, again, the charges of what he was charged for. So the most important thing to me is removing him out of the vicinity of children where he is employed. All of this other stuff in terms of the courts, that's a matter for the police department and the courts to handle. And that's the responsibility of the family of the child to come forward with that information about sexual assault or rape or molestation. They have to take those steps. Nobody in the community can do that on behalf of a family. How do I know that? My dad spent several decades working in juvenile court, so I know how this works. So if you don't have any proof, what you gonna call the police for? What are the police gonna put him in handcuffs for if you don't have any proof? Like I said, she's grown. See, this is what I'm talking about. Like, people are tagging me in things without all of the details. Well, the thing that I would say, Malik, is that if men are going to hold other men in the community accountable, it needs to be across the board. It needs to be across the board. We can't just hold one type of male accountable. All men got to get held accountable. And when I just want to ask this for the people in the back, young Meady or anybody else. When are y'all black men going to come forward about what's happening to black women? When? I'll wait for young Meady to do a press conference. Does he own a suit to do a press conference? Does he know how to organize a press conference? Does he know who to contact to come to the press conference? Probably not. So, Mr. Meady, what you could be doing, what you should be doing, if you do want to speak on the situation is, Miss Ma, I'm concerned. I'm concerned about black women in the community. Of course, you're not going to do a press conference, sweetheart. You said in your music, you don't mind selling crack to your own community so that you can have money. I wouldn't be surprised you would not be the person doing the press conference. Anybody selling crack to our own community to have a bankroll in your pocket is not a man that has principles and morals. You know, I was proud when I got on the book this morning and I saw a young man who shared a post where he's a truck driver and he got his bankroll from a 9-to-5. Of course, if you selling crack to the community, you not the one that's going to do the press conference. No. You not. I mean, people act like I don't be listening to Chattanooga hip hop. I do. I listen to a lot of songs by Young Meady. Say, oh, I made 28 come out of that boat. Isn't that what he said? Isn't that what he said? I with my hand, I made 28 come out that boat. Isn't that what he said? Y'all act like I ain't heard for real. Isn't that what he said? Hey, I can sing too. And I did it on key. Isn't that what he said? I don't need no auto-tune. Isn't that what he said? He said he made 28 come out of that bowl. Am I a Chattanooga hip hop head or what? But on the real, family, we really do need to be talking about what's going on in the community. We need to be focused on these women. They missing. They still missing. I did get an update on the girls. From what I have heard, the girls, I think, have made it back home safely. I'm waiting on public confirmation for that. But I'm glad that they are, from what I have heard, back home. But we still have other black women in the community who are missing. Sis, if you out here in these streets, if you get up from your drink, hate to say it, these local rappers got me shaky out here, family. If you leave your drink behind, that's theirs. That's the bartenders. Be safe out here, y'all, while you're partying and you're doing your thing, family. That's what he said, family. I told y'all think I'm out the loop. Y'all think I'm out the loop. I'm not. I'm all the way tuned in. I promise you. I ain't saying Meady is the kidnapper, but I'm saying Meady, I want my brother to get some healing. I need all these black men to get some healing. Go talk to somebody about what you've been through, because you're more than just a rapper. Yeah. You got children, y'all fathers out here. There's a great book that says it didn't start with you. There's a lot that we pass down to the next generation that is not fair to them because we won't work through our family issues. All right, now, we done had our fun, but I'm being serious before I get out of here. I need black men to get help. Help. Most people who are predators have been sexually assaulted. They have. They've been molested or they've been raped. That's why they're doing what they're doing. I'm not saying it's right, but I'm saying We have a lot of trauma. I saw the tag and 10,000 comments that I'm trying to sift through. But again, Marie Mott's recommendation to the community, stop, hit the pockets. Hit the pockets. It's really up to the family and it's up to other men in the community to take up the responsibility of addressing this person. But I don't know what the overall community can do besides making sure that he's not working at the aquarium where he has access to other. That's the important thing. And I can do that. You can do that. I will do that. I hope you'll do that. And tomorrow I'll post it up once I get the number of who we can contact. Look for that and please share it when I post it up. The number that we need to contact to talk to either corporate or whoever is in charge so we can make them aware of that. But other than that, govern yourselves accordingly. And I keep telling y'all folks out there, it's all fun till the rabbit gets the gun. Please, for the love of God, y'all let me be over here. If I hold you accountable, it's because I love you and I want to see you win, not just on the front end, but I want to see you win on the back end where you're emotionally stable, because we need both of those, family. We need to be winning on the outside just as much as we winning on the inside. And stop playing with me, okay? Don't have me drag you into the ring with me because you're not going to win. Yes, I have nappy hair and I love it because every last one of these inches belong to moi. Every last one of them. And y'all done see me when I get it pressed out, baby. I ain't trying to wreck nobody's household out there. That's why I keep it modest. Other than that, I love you. Nothing you could do about it. Let's call the aquarium and stop these bucks and get this man away from children in the community. Love you all. Peace.